to contribute to open source?
I think the biggest, how do I say, the biggest gap Web3 has filled in Web2 open source is that Web2 open source was very centralized around developers. So if you're a developer, only then you can contribute to open source. Now you will see people who are good at content writing, good at some sort of design, and are also going to get up and be like, hey, maybe I can help out here. Maybe I can do that. So we're bringing GitHub to like a mainstream market where everybody can sort of gain some value and give some value to the same ecosystem. If you remember previously also we were talking about the ways to incentivize a person contributing to open source. So say if somebody comes up with this particular application, we need to track, okay, you've done this contribution, you get a token for it. This token has some sort of extrinsic value. You can extract that value whenever you feel like. That could be one way, right? Some sort of architecture is it's all about creativity from this point, right? And we all know that we're like at the very forefront right now of building Web3 ecosystems, at least around India. So it's all now relied on creativity of people and how we can go from it. Tokenization is just one of the ideas that we had a couple of minutes ago, rather you had, not even me. It's just one of the ideas that was there. There's still a lot more that's coming up. I heard about a project called Gitopia, which is GitHub on blockchain. Don't know where they are right now, but I hope they are solving the problems that we are obviously talking about. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, it's a very difficult problem to look at. Personally, I feel like it's not necessary to involve money or tokens to incentivize people to contribute to open source. Because from my personal experience, most of the people who have come to build open source projects that we all love and use, most of them just did it before there was any monetary support. Like once those projects got started getting used, they probably started getting donations and support from people from all sorts of ways, but they started doing it because that's something they were good at and something they wanted to solve. So I don't think we should or need to involve money in any of this. But one way we could incentivize people to contribute to open source is by maybe building credentials around them. Like this. So I'm not sure if you heard of Git-Coap. They just give out collabs each time you contribute to a project. So that's just like one example that was like on the top of my head. So something that people can just recognize people. I guess that's the thing for their contributions. And yeah, after that it's a very complex problem.
Just anything.
I mean, I kind of agree that in a lot of ways, contributing to open source is like the Web3 or let's say new generation of internships, right? It's a way of building credentials, it's a way of building your personal profile, personal brand as a developer. But at the same time, I don't think that's enough, right? Like if you look at let's say something that a lot of people in this room probably use is React, right? React is like probably the most popular JavaScript front-end framework out there. That was actually built by Facebook, right? Facebook open source, right? In Web3 we have similar examples of things that have been built by big organizations in the community and open source. So I think my point here is that ultimately open source thrives because developers know open source is beneficial overall, right? Like the reason it's there and the reason people contribute and the reason even in a big organization like Facebook you can make a case that it's better to open source your code is because that ethos is shared across the community, right? So what I was saying before is ultimately we need to lead that, we need to push that forward, we need to reject in Web3 companies that don't open source their software, right? And in a lot of cases there's companies, even like mine, where there are parts of your software that you don't feel should open source, right? But I feel it all boils down to community social pressure around open sourcing, because otherwise it's always going to be small contributions contributions by junior devs, right? But that's not, like, Web3 is not built on small contributions by junior devs, right? It's built on, massive efforts of developers and massive efforts of, people like Satoshi who built Bitcoin and open source, right? I mean, people say actually he was pretty junior as a dev, but in general, what I'm saying is we need to make sure that the organizations in this space don't forget where we come from, don't forget that ethos, and keep open sourcing the work they do so that the space is involved in benefit. And that only comes with social pressure. Putting money out there is very important. Giving junior devs a rating is very important. But I do feel social pressure is our most important thing. One thing we do at Superfluid, and I'm just going to plug it, sorry, we do have incentives for anyone contributing to our ecosystem. We have basically a rolling hackathon. So by giving any contribution to any of our repositories, you are eligible for prizes at the end of the month. And that's something I would love to see more projects do, because it basically gives junior developers, but also just people looking at your repository, a reason to contribute, right? And that's very obvious. You can get a monetary prize. So I wish there were